Ken here, the unemployed prop guy. So we just finished up Frozen the musical, and so some of the cool things I got to make for it, I'll show you. It's kind of a show and tell, not really a tutorial about how I made it, other than some whatever. So, so this is the orb and scepter for the queen for coronation, and basically, here let's talk about the orb first. So the orb, I started off with a giant brass ball that I got from a chandelier. And then I did 3D printing for the epilay, whatever those little things. I originally started off using, here, I'll show you, the PLA, the hard plastic, when I did the 3D printing. But somebody dropped the scepter and it broke, and I'm like, I'm going to switch to TPU, the more rubberized. And I used the gold and I spray painted it, and it looks good because, I mean, this, it's rubbery and I don't have to worry about anybody dropping it and breaking it. So, yeah. So I, did some rings and made my own little shapes, and on stage it looks really great. And I pretty much did the same thing for the scepter. Put in this little crystal, little thing, and the light hits it and it looks fantastic. And I painted a little paint in there, and like I said, maybe I'll show a photograph. Here would be the photograph now, or not. So yeah, so I've just recently started 3D printing a lot of stuff for accents because my carving skills are not the greatest. So I like working with the computer more and then putting it all together. And it really saves time. And with the TPU, I was able to it was flexible and it go around the curves, and it just made my life so much easier. So yeah, this is the scepter and orb, and let me show you what else I made. Okay, here is the famous Olaf snowman remote control gag that I did. So the kids are, playing with Let's Make a Snowman, that song. So we wanted to, this was kind of a last minute ad for our show, and they're like, hey, can you throw it together? And so we did. So what I did is I started off with a tank remote control unit there that moves, and I use the tank because it's lower center of gravity. It can handle more weight and move a little bit smoother. The battery is low, so when I make it move, it won't move as good as it does. And then I built a box around it, and I even made it so if they wanted to, they could open it up, put stuff in there, take it out, and then the kids make the Olaf the snowman. It has magnets and top and bottom, and they assemble it very carefully. And sometimes they get it perfect. Other times it's a little rough. And then, well, you got to make sure you get the magnets just right. And put the top ball on. And there's Olaf. And during the show, after they assemble it, and they make it, and it looks great, and then they knock it over and they reassemble it again. And that's where it gets a little rough sometimes, because the ball's a little tilting, and then I have to drive it very carefully. I won't drive it too hard, and I make it go in circles when she does her magic. And I drive it around the girls twice, which is always scary, and then the magic ends, and I make it all fall apart. And every day is something different. So yeah, that's my remote control Olaf. And this is the other thing. One of the other things I put together is a chase. I don't know. Whatever. You can't really see the smoke coming out of it because I don't want to set off the smoke alarm. But here's a picture of it on stage. Yeah, so, this is one of those Catholic incense burners things. And I have my old, oh, hang on, let me put the donut underneath there. My old friendly little mini smoker. Yep, so that's something else I did for the show. Hope you enjoyed the videos. Oh, and here's one other thing I did, and I'll talk about it right now. Okay, so here's something that I wish I videotaped. Maybe I'll do another video in the future. And this is our suit of armor. It came to us painted just black. And so the technique I used is I first sprayed it with rattle can silver, like kind of a chromy silver. And then I hand painted it with two kinds of latex silver pre-mixed. One was kind of a more dull silver, and the other one was more of a pewtery silver. And so what I did is I wet down after I sprayed it silver. I wet it down with a little water and used a brush and painted on the duller silver and used garbage bags and pounced it. And then for the pewter, which gives it the kind of pitted look, kind of galvanized but pitted look, I used the darker, more pewtery silver and used a big thick brush. And here I show you a photograph of the brush. And I just kind of pounced it in there and used the garbage bags to kind of blend it all in. And yeah, I definitely need to shoot a better video of this technique. It's kind of cool how to make silver look old. So yeah, that's what I did for Frozen, and some help with a lot of people, and it was a great show, amazing costumes, and everything else. And I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.